ああ、そうだ。ナイフ。危ないからあまり動くんじゃないぞ。動かないでください。お願いします。
I'm just a degenerate, okay? Like, I am all smiles. I enjoyed the hell out of the episode. Okay, I'm gonna do, you know, okay, I'm a reviewer. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I'm a professional self-certified anime reviewer, okay? So here's the thing, you know what I mean? Lack of story, you know, lack of purpose. You know, not everything is about fan service. Not everything is about titties. I mean, bazongas. I mean, but I mean, who doesn't appreciate a capitulation of watermelons? You know what I mean? Let me think. Let me see. You know, learning more about how Kikaru got here, you know. Yeah, okay, the anime isn't good, all right? Like, if I were to legitly sit here and pick it apart, right? Like, you have a very self-absorbed, MC with a lot of lack of experience in socialistic standards, right? Like, not only is he lacking in the women department, right? Because I think that's pretty evident, and that's pretty much the case for 98% of all, I'll give you 95. 95% of all anime MCs are lacking in the women department, you know, being able to interact and talk normally, and you know, it's a thing of just all anime. No problem, okay? But he's lacking from a clear socialistic standpoint to where he just doesn't socialize very well. And it's because he's been so closed off and closed-minded on a singular goal for so long that now that he's basically accomplished what he set out to do, protect the town, protect this, protect the city, become an adventurer, be a top dog, you know, be a top G. You know, he's done all that. Now he's trying to transition into retirement. He wants to go to school and be social and interact with kids and, you know, meet a girlfriend and have some real buddies. You know what I mean? He wants to just experience that lay of land. And, you know, I think that's kind of one of the things that we're probably not going to see because we're too skewed towards fan service here. And I think that's maybe like one of the misses, you know, of the anime is I think there's been other anime like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, right? Where I think that there's some very clear plot, some very clear antagonists, and there's some very clear purpose to your main character, right? Even if I think about, like, what's the trashiest anime I've seen in the past couple of years? Redo Healer, right? Like, Redo Healer was basically just hentai. But it was hentai with the pretty cool story, you know what I mean? I also think that there's a lot of faults in that, but you had a character there whose self-purpose was self-preservation, and then you had somebody who was going to go and redo his life and kind of tread the same places he did before, but with the knowledge that he's had before to redo himself and to not be a peon and to be not the hero, but the anti-hero with the hero's ability, essentially, right? So I think that that's what's missing from A Moral Guild is just what's that sense of purpose outside of just retirement and trying to go, you know, there. Like, what's the sense of purpose behind the fan stuff? All right, I forced it out of myself. At the end of the day, I think that this anime is like a 6.5 out of 10. But I was shook this episode, just like Hatamuki was. You know what I mean? We got some fan service, some schoolgirl fan service. You know what I mean? She was looking mighty fine in her school uniform. We got to see all her friends, her new party members and friends judge her on like, what the hell are you wearing? Quite enjoyable. Hatamuki has been constantly in lewd scenarios. So Takamuki, or whatever his name is, you know, goes to chat with the guild advisor, kind of about everything that's going on. He asked her to come with him, and he goes to talk to Inome, and he was like, okay, here's all the things that's going on with Hatamuki. Some things are going on with the monsters. They're not attacking her. They're being very lewd on purpose with her. And they turn that scenario into like we need to go investigate that. So he takes Inome out on an adventure, and yeah, we get to see Hatamuki again in certain lewd, positions and stuff like that. We also got to see Inome herself in very lewd positions as well. We got to see a 1, 2, 9 head snake, take advantage of both of them. We got to see our boy, I keep calling it Takamuki, Kikuru. His name is Kikuru. I don't know what the hell I was saying. Apologies. If somebody clicked off the video already, they're like, that guy's an idiot. His name's Kikuru. We got to see Kikuru cop a feel of Inome. Really enjoyable. Really like that he took advantage of all of that. Then he took advantage a little bit of Hatamuki. Speaking about that, we got to see him and Hatamuki a little earlier when Hatamuki went to go track Kikuru down. And she picked up on his scent, and she landed on him. And he was like, oh, it smells of flowers, sun, and fruit. Loved that. He got some tongue action in there. We got to see that Inome is actually 31, and she has a kid. I don't know how old her kid is, but she's very well developed already. So you have to assume she's somewhere between the ages of 11 and... She's 31, 11, and 17, somewhere in that ballpark. She has a strong attachment to Kikuru, and Kikuru has a strong attachment to Inome. So I love all of that. We got to find out that Inome's ex-husband is a piece of crap. So I thought that was very interesting and funny as well. And then we also got to see, I wrote down, oh snap, handler titties. Oh no, I didn't write that. We got to see some bow wows from our girl Hatamuki, because Kikuru said, hey, out of all the girls, she's the one who makes the most sense for me, kind of like a dog. We got to see Toxico. We got to see Takamuki, whatever her name is. I think she's the one who's Takamuki. We got to see the mage girl call up Kikuru and say, hey, if you had to date one of us, who would you date? She was like, oh, Inome. So all of that was funny. So at the end of the day, what I'm explaining here is that this episode was completely fan service. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I laughed a lot. I was very intrigued by it. I smiled. At the end of the day, the anime is about immoralness and depravity, and that's exactly what it's delivering on here. So I enjoyed it. So it is what it is. Call me what you want, but I liked it, and I'm going to keep watching because I can't wait to see more of these ridiculous situations. Can't wait to see more more snakes. What is the snake called, by the way? A humila snake. So yeah, you know where that's leading down. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Stay classy, friends.